So, I just got to watch the brand new Lee Daniels movie called Deliverance. This is a brand new Netflix horror movie that is pretty much your normal supernatural demonic horror story that actually might be based on a true story. Based on a true story, meaning if you actually believe this shit, or if you don't. The movie is about this family that's living in Indiana, and they are not kind of a well-off family. They have a mother here who is essentially a single mother due to the husband being in Iraq, fighting in a war, and she is struggling to give her kids the life that they want, and there's a bunch of aspects in this film that deal with low-income housing. It deals with a single mother who may be getting accused of doing some things, and maybe doing some bad things, and just deals with the relationship of a family in this certain circumstance. This is a film that really tackles kind of a concept and an area of the world that we don't really see highlighted in horror films. It's a very different family structure than I've ever really seen in a horror film. The only time I've really seen a horror movie tackle like the idea of mothering and what a child and a mother mean to each other is the film The Babadook. Movie that's a lot better than this. Now, of course, amongst this family drama and this family structure, you have a haunt. There's something clearly demonic going on within this story. It's a little subtle at some points, and then by the time you get to the end of the movie, it's not so subtle. I know everybody has seen the meme. I might as well show it to you, even though it's a slight spoiler, but here it is.
I can smell your nappy pussy.
And that is Glenn Close, who is the most entertaining part of this movie. She's here, and she's having a damn good time, even though I don't really love her character. So there's some stuff that I really do like about this movie. Andra Day as the lead here, I think, is really, really great, although I don't exactly love everything about this character script-wise. There are some moments that didn't really work for me, some character elements that don't exactly land. I think her performance is strong and believable as this mother who is just in kind of a terrible position and is really not making the best out of it, I guess. I also think the kids were all good, even though some of them felt a little underutilized. Like Caleb McLaughlin, who's of course an incredible actor we know from watching Stranger Things, and here I just feel like there could have been more of him, more of a focus there. The main issue with this movie is it just ends up feeling kind of like a generic horror movie, like just your normal sort of horror film that you would get this time of year, and that's kind of annoying because the actual structure and concept here and the themes are actually really good and really cool and could work extremely well if they had a much tighter script and I think a better actual horror story to go on. But the direction here and how the horror elements are set up, I just really don't think they work at all. And Lee Daniels is an incredible filmmaker. One of my favorite films ever is Lee Daniels' The Butler. I love that film. Definitely not a horror movie. In a certain way, I guess it is. But this is just a very conventional film that's trying to be thematically much, much more. It's trying to be richer culturally. It's trying to be more impactful to a certain audience that may have had an upbringing like this, that may have been in a situation like this, and kind of put together the elements of living in a household like this and how that can relate to kind of a demonic presence and how that brings out the evil in all of us in a weird way. And I think that idea does work really, really well on paper, but in this actual film, there is not enough juicy actual horror stuff to make you care beyond the first, 20-30 minutes of the actual story that's taking place here. The horror elements just do not land. At no point was I scared watching this, and I was watching this at 1 a.m. in my dark house by myself, right behind me, right behind me on that bed right there in a dark room. I've watched some spooky movies in that setting, some not so spooky movies, and been really freaked out. Last night was not one of those times. But if this movie is anything, it is an hour and a half of fluff with that one incredibly entertaining Glenn Close scene that makes the entire thing worth watching. So yeah, I will give Lee Daniels' The Deliverance a 2 out of 5, just kind of an okay, not so good horror film that I think most people, if you're just looking for something to put on a Friday night, I don't know if I would recommend this just because it's kind of so heavy in the themes that it's trying to get across. It may not be the best option for a conventional horror movie, but there's enough here that maybe if you're trying to watch something that's a little bit thought-provoking, this could be the thing for you. Or maybe not. I don't know. But check it out. Make up your own opinion. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe for more, turn on notifications. I'll see you in the next one.